Hey everyone, it's Chris here from Everyday Survival Gear, and today we will be checking out the BLF D80 V2. Basically a modified version of an already modified BLF light. So it's been done twice. So this is the V2. I brought mine a few months ago from the group buy, and I brought mine in the non-anodized because I couldn't help but look at it and fall in love with it. Who doesn't love bare lights? I did polish mine up using some Mother car care polish for aluminium. So yeah, you can also see the top is a little bit different because the top is stainless and the body is aluminium. So non-anodized aluminium for the body and stainless steel for the bezel. Gives it the extra attack edge. So we'll run over the specs. Or should we talk about the light first?
So I'll be honest, I don't think I'm going to
guess everything 100%
made
in partnership
correct
with BLF and
but
Luckysun.
you can see a
Slight
slight
change the
change
name
between
to
Wildtrail.
this part here. So it has one extra fin,
Wildtrail, something like that.
and the fins
I
on
have
the
to
new
go on the
one are a little bit
AliExpress and
further
double
apart
check.
than
But
the
my
old
box
one.
still definitely says
That's
Luckysun,
basically
so
to
yes.
give it better heat
I kind of like the
dissipation.
name Luckysun better.
I
than
know
the
it does
name
also have a
anyway,
slightly
but
thicker shelf.
yes.
And a slightly
So
bigger
BLF
internal
D80
cavity.
V2. It's pretty much
So
like
you
a
can fit a bigger size
redesigned
driver in there.
BLF D80
The driver
version
diameter
one,
is still about 20
with a
mils.
few
I think
slight
they made the
changes
driver like
here and there.
19.8
We'll
mils.
probably run over those
changes on the
I was
body
reading in
first
the
to show you
thread.
guys. So yeah, there's also that. So that's the, I should say actually, that's the original one. That's the V2. The battery tube is longer, like the second run of the BLF D80 V1. So there was a few different runs on the BLF D80 V1. My first one had a pretty short battery tube, which you couldn't fit many batteries into. The BLF D80 V2 takes care of that. It's got the longer style battery tube. What else? I don't know. I think everything else is kind of like internal. The knurling looks pretty much the same everywhere. Because mine's non-anodized, you can see it a little bit better here. Actually, I think this battery tube is a little bit wider. You can definitely tell it looks a little bit wider side by side. Can you guys tell? Does it? Or maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe just these parts here are a little bit wider. You can see like slight variations in the actual battery tube, like different lines in different places and stuff. But basically they're pretty similar.
By far,
the biggest
difference would be
hardware. I brought mine with the SST 40 Luminous in a neutral white tint. Is it like 5400K? I brought, I think it was a 5000K or 5400K. Fuck, what kind of review is this? What a shit cunt. Yes, somewhere around there, but it was definitely a neutral white. They did have the option for an XP or HI, but I'd rather just the extra output. The driver is definitely different from the original. The original driver was pushing like 4.4 or 4.5 amps max. This is fucking race car street, mate. Settle down, but and I'm all the way in my backyard too. So the new one, BLF D80 V2, my clear one over here, that's got a driver designed by Lexel, which is another BLF member. And shout out to the only Doc. He's the one that put this whole thing together with Luckysun and doing the BLF D80 V2. So basically, yes, it's got a Lexel driver, which is a direct drive FET, but it also has 6x7135s. So you get really good current output regulated, and then you get super high current output from the FET. So yes, keep that in mind. It's also got something called Bistro OTSM. I've got to read the instruction manual for that, which comes with like 50,000 different groups of modes. So yes, literally you gotta like, I'll leave a chart here and you guys can just check it out, and I'll leave a link to the thread. There is a lot of modes to choose from. Right now I've got mine on some 8 group set, and I haven't changed it since then, and I'm pretty happy with it. So it's pretty similar. The 8 is pretty similar to the stock Bistro. You know how you go from 1 to 7. This one goes from 1 to 8 modes, so it's pretty good. I hope you guys are in focus because I can't even see the camera right now. Okay, so we've got the BLF D80 V2 by itself here. We'll take it apart quickly. So here is the driver cavity. This part has also changed because the retaining ring, I just noticed, kind of fits over all these 7135s and has a cavity space to fit the 7135s in, but yet on the outside ring it still pushes down and holds the stock driver in place, which is good to know. If you take it apart, you'll see it kind of gets caught on the 7135s when it's coming apart. So just don't pull like too crazy. See how it's kind of getting jammed there? Have my tweezers, it's fucking barbecue. Just came out. So yeah, it springs off like that. And then yeah, so you can see you got the 67135s there. Hope you guys can see that pretty well. And then if we flip it over, there is a little bit of spare wire there. You got a I think it's I would have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's an AT Tiny 85, but I'm not quite sure about that. So let me just grab another light. Atmel. Sorry, it's an Atmel AT Tiny 25. Is it AT Tiny or AT Tiny? So yes, I didn't double check that until right now. But yeah, still plenty of modes. It's got like so many modes on it, it's not even funny. If I check the FET, I don't know what brand the FET is, but it does put out quite a bit of power, so I would be expecting a half decent brand FET. Sorry guys, let me just check that out. Yeah, I don't actually see any branding on the FET, so I'm not really going to speculate and say what brand it is. So yeah, it looks like they also scratched it. Great. They use like pretty much either 22 or 24 gauge wire. It is silicone wire, so it is pretty good. So that part off the light is really good. So I'll put that driver back in. Just before I forget to, although it fits a 20mm driver, there is a lip here, which I don't know if you guys can see, which might be able to make it fit maybe a 17mm. In the old one, I fit a BLF A6 driver in there, and that also has a 20mm driver slot, but that A6 driver fits in there pretty sweet. So with this lippy here, then get lippy bro, or smack your face. You can see that it might be able to fit a smaller driver. I guess I should also mention that the spring bypasses don't come stock. So if we take off the top, like we're gangster, size wise the head is like 40mm in diameter, I think, somewhere around about there. I've got to read the instructions. The lens is 40mm actually, isn't it? Didn't I write down 40mm for the lens? Yes. Reflector is 38mm. I don't think I'm going to actually pull the reflector out because I don't want to scratch it, and my last one ended out pretty shit, so the reflector is going to stay in. It is double AR coated glass. If I show you guys without my fat fingers being in the way, can you guys see that? See how it looks kind of greenish? It's got kind of a weird hue to it, the green. Not really like blue like what you'd usually see. So yes, and there you can see the luminous SST40 on a direct thermal path MC PCB. And what else? It's a 20mm MC PCB stock, so keep that in mind. 38mm reflector. The head's like about 40mm, I think, and that's pretty much all that there is for the top. Oh crap, just hit it. Alright, I'll just add in a few more things in case you're not a BLF member. Overall, I feel the light was made really well. The non-anodized ones did come with a few nicks and scratches. Some people had dents and stuff, but the reason because of that was because we didn't tell them that we wanted a non-anodized version until pretty far in the build, so they didn't handle them the best. So basically, like, once the light comes out of the CNC, it then gets like further processed, I think like sandblasted, and then they anodize it, which yeah, basically they take out all the imperfections, which didn't happen to our lights. Our lights came straight from the CNC, and like if it was mishandled in between, or the CNC was a bit dull, those parts weren't really fixed up. With a bit of polishing, you can probably get out most of the marks anyway. So yes, pretty much, in case you're not privy to BLF and you don't know all the specs, I'll also add in the driver. So I told you it was a FET +1, so it's got 6 7135s. It's also got temperature control, reverse protection, reverse polarity protection, and low voltage protection. And dimensions are pretty much the same as the old one. Length is 132 mils, head is 41 mils, and tail diameter is 28 mils. It is 153 grams. And the flashlight body, if you get the anodized version, is using anodizing 6063 aluminium alloy with anodizing type 3 in the nice grey colour that they come in. That's pretty much all. They do rate it to IPX7, so yeah, it does have good O-rings and everything. That's pretty much all. Alright, I'll show you
Okay
guys
guys,
side by
now I'm in
side
my
with some other
backyard.
lights.
Let me just move the camera down. Hope you guys can see that on the floor. Should be able to see it slightly. This is the lowest mode in the 8 mode output that I've got it on. So yeah, 8 modes in this group set, but there are so many group sets for you to choose from that doesn't really matter. One of the features on this group set, and what many of the group sets have, is a quick turbo access, so I can push and hold and that'll give me turbo. So that's turbo right there. So yeah, you can see on turbo mode it does an awesome job lighting up the backyard, no problem. A bit more of a controlled environment here than on the road from the other video. I think also kind of the asphalt kind of absorbs some of the light. So we'll cycle modes. So that's back on the lowest mode. That's mode 2. Can you guys see that? Yeah, that's mode 2. It's mode 3. I know this camera isn't very good at picking up light, but that's all that I got. Mode 4. Halfway. We'll still be on the 7135s here. So you get good regulated output from these sorts of lower modes. Mode 5. Mode 6. And I believe in this mode set I measured it, and I got like, this was the last of the 7135s, I think, or maybe mode 7 is, and I got like 900 and something lumens just from using the 7135s only. So you do get very good output from the 6 7135s. That's mode 7, and that's mode 8, which is turbo mode. So it's actually been raining here in Sydney. Hasn't rained for a while, and now all the grass is grown. So yeah, we'll go to the tree at 100 meters. You can see it lights it up very easy, but it does put out quite a wide beam, so it's not going to throw crazy far. But 200 meters, 200 meters, it should be just fine. We'll come back to the yard and we'll compare it to another light now. Let's compare it to the old BLF D80 V1 and see how it goes. Okay guys, so this is the old BLF D80 on. The D80 V1 I should say. There's only 2 different versions, but it's so confusing. This has got the Cree XML, as you can see. The tint isn't actually too bad for a cold white tint. It actually looks pretty nice still. And to the left, we'll turn on the V2. So this is V1 here and V2 here. So if you go against the wall, even though they're both 50-50 size LEDs, you can see that the SST40 is still a smaller LED than the XML and has a lot tighter beam. This actually XML looks pretty neutral white to me actually. Doesn't even look that cold. Maybe it's a neutral white tint. SST is also neutral white, but they look pretty similar actually on camera, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Maybe it's just more the fact that just the different tints between Cree and SST, Luminous, sorry. So yeah, both do a really good job. This is just the old one on now, so it's a sufficient light, and that's the new one on now. So yeah, both great lights. Alright guys, then we've got a stock Convoy C8 with a XPLHI in a neutral white tint. I know this one is neutral white, it's not cold white. And 8x7135s running, not Bistro. What's the Convoy one called? I forgot, but I'll remember when I edit the video together. I don't even know. So this is it to the right, and then to the left is the Luckysun D80 V2. I have one job and I always stuff it up. So you can see that Luckysun is definitely a ton brighter, but of course it is. Also, the hotspot isn't anywhere near as tight, but the LED's bigger and the reflector is smaller, so yeah. But if we go to the tree at 100 meters, I'll show you guys both lights at 100 meters. So that is the C8 there. So you can see the C8 does a really good job. Throws really far. It does still light up most of the tree anyway, same as the Luckysun. Oh. So yeah, so that's the job that the Luckysun does. So yeah, a lot wider beam than the C8, but that's to be expected. It's still on here, as you guys can see. Okay, last but not least is a coloured tail cap. One side's blue and one side's red. This is my actual Eagle Eye X6 with the SST40. This should probably be brighter, I'd say, because it's got a cold white tint, but I don't know. Alright, that looks like it's highest mode. Let me just go around modes. That's blinky. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be highest mode there, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, 4 is the highest mode. This is a driver that I don't usually use. So that's the Luckysun D80 there, and the Eagle Eye X6 there. You know what? I don't actually know which one's brighter. This is the Luckysun D80 by itself, and that's the Eagle Eye X6 by itself. I think the X6 is a little bit brighter actually. I'm not sure. Let's get to the tree at 100 meters and see how these reflectors do. So that's the Eagle Eye X6 there, on its highest mode with the SST40 in cold white. Lights up the tree, but lights up the whole tree. I think probably throwing these will be pretty similar, but I think the D80 might just have it. We'll try the D80 now. And that's the D80 there. So yeah, pretty similar throw actually, but I think the X6 might just have it. Anyway guys, I hope these beam shots were a little bit more help than the last ones. I know the last ones were a bit crap, but I edited them and shot them all in the same format, but they didn't come out too bright. Probably should have used a bit of a smaller area. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it was a bit long, but anyway, as always, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.